Today, we're out at Llyn in North Wales on a slightly overcast day, and we're going to take a look at a truly portable power supply from Allpowers. So let's start off by having a look at the S200 power supply. Now the unit itself is reasonably light, weighing in at only 1.3 kilograms, and it's around about the same size as a single DIN car stereo. It measures 20 centimeters long, 5 centimeters high, and 17 centimeters wide. And this makes it pretty unique. Most power supplies with built-in inverters are over twice the size and twice the weight. Inside the unit is a built-in 154 watt-hour lithium-ion battery. Also inside the unit is a built-in 200 watt inverter with a 240 watt surge rating. Moving on to the front panel of the unit are two 240 volt AC sockets. Now depending on your location, there are a few different variants to cater for your area's plug types. Next on the front panel is a button to turn the display and the DC output of the unit on. There are also two USB Type A sockets, and these are rated to 2.4 amps. The power output from the 200 watt internal inverter is split between the two plug sockets, so as long as you don't exceed this, you'll be fine. If you do, the unit has a built-in safety feature and shuts down the inverter. On the top of the S200 is a handy wireless charger, which will charge a device at up to 1 amp or 2.4 amp maximum. Now I've had my iPhone 2020 SE charging at 11 watts, and if you're anything like me and forget your charging cable most of the time, this is a welcome addition and a feature that I personally couldn't do without. Moving on to the side of the unit is a USB Type-C PD socket rated to 60 watts. Now from this socket I can charge many devices and batteries from faster than I can with their respective supplied mains adapters. For example, I can charge the batteries from a DJI Mini 2 drone at 18 watts with its supplied mains adapter. With the S200, I can charge the batteries at 30 watts, so it's approximately twice as fast. A great feature of the S200 is that you can also charge the battery through the USB Type-C socket, and this can be done instead of, or as well as charging through the DC in socket, and it can take up to a combined charge of 99 watts, enabling the S200 to be fully charged in around 1.5 hours. The DC in socket is also where you can plug in the supplied 36 watt power adapter, so you can charge the device from home. This is also where the solar panel plugs into. And then we have the buttons to switch either the DC outlet or the AC outlet of the device on, or if you wish, you can have both DC and AC running at the same time. The clear display at the front of the unit shows the input power and also the output power of both DC and AC outlets, and these are displayed in watts. It also displays the charge left and the estimated runtime based on the current draw. When it displays 99 hours, it basically means the input power exceeds the output power. So next, we're going to take a look at the Allpowers 100 watt solar panel. So this is an extremely well made piece of kit, and it's covered in a waterproof fabric housing, so it doesn't really matter if you leave it out in a slight shower. Moving on to the back of the unit, we've got this handy accessories pouch, and in here are the standard MC4 connectors. Now Allpowers also supply various different adapters to enable us to connect it to different power supplies from the likes of Jackery and also Bluetti. So to set the solar panel up is quite simple. All we need to do is unfold the panel, orientate it towards the sun, and pull out the Velcro legs at the back. And then connect the S200 power supply. So a few weeks ago, I took this combination up to the Cairngorm mountains in Scotland, just to see how it fares in real world conditions. So let's have a look and see how we got on. Now the Cairngorm region covers an area of over 1100 square kilometres and contains some of the UK's highest mountains. It's an area of natural beauty and is an ideal place to visit for hikers and mountain climbers. Because of its sparsely populated areas, it presents an ideal opportunity to test the Allpowers S200 and solar panel combination. I spent 3 days camping off-grid in my camper van, using only the S200 to power my camera and drone batteries and also charge my phone. The slimline design of the solar panel means it doesn't take up much space at all, but when unfolded, the polycrystalline solar panels, which are both tough and easy to clean, have a large surface area and really maximise the amount of sunlight captured, which, when in Scotland in late March, is really important. At the start of the day, around 7 in the morning, the Allpowers S200 had 87% of charge. At around 9 AM, we moved further down from the mountains and set up the solar panel on the shore of Loch Morlock. We then put the Allpowers S200 to the test, recharging the batteries from the DJI Mini 2 drone, 2 GoPro batteries, 3 Insta360 batteries, as well as topping up the charge on my iPhone. At this time in the morning, the solar panel was charging the S200 at a rate of 27 watts. Once the batteries were all charged, the S200 was depleted to around 70%. At around 1 PM, we then moved further around the loch and recharged the S200 back up to 100% in around 25 minutes. This time, the solar panel was producing 78 to 81 watts, which at this time of year in Scotland I thought was exceptional. After a few flights with the drone, I decided to recharge the batteries and was pleased to see that the charging rate was around 30 watts using a USB-C socket. So to give you some real world figures, the S200 can recharge GoPro batteries 17 times, the iPhone 2020 SE battery 17 times, an Insta360 One X battery 24 times, and a MacBook Pro twice with some power to spare. At around 4:30, I decided to recharge the S200 back up to 100%. And this time the solar panel was producing 59 watts, which again is excellent at this time of year. So there we have it, the Allpowers S200 and 100 watt solar panel, an excellent combination which you can take with you anywhere.